I left Carlsbad, New Mexico, headed for that Texas line, through the Badlands and the desert down below, to where the Guadalupe Mountains touch the sky. Well, I was running close to empty, thought I'd call it a day. I pulled my truck off on the shoulder at a place called the Nickel Creek Cafe. Well, I was weary from traveling, and I had no place to stay, when by chance, well, I came across an oasis at the end of the day, called that Nickel Creek Cafe. Well, I heard music through the screen door, a soft Spanish melody took me back to a place I'd been before, as I wandered in and found myself a seat. Well, I got lost in a feeling, one I hadn't felt in years, spinning tales with the locals over homemade enchiladas and a beer. Well, I was weary from traveling, and I had no place to stay, when by chance, well, I came across an oasis at the end of the day, called that Nickel Creek Cafe. Kincaid is the owner, he runs the place with his wife Jo, selling propane to the truckers who haul it off to Juarez, Mexico. There's not much business in the springtime, just the neighbors dropping in. As I left out for El Paso, well, I wondered when I'd pass this way again. I was weary from traveling, and I had no place to stay, when by chance I came across an oasis at the end of the day, called that Nickel Creek Cafe.
Was hot and the sun was hard and I was beaten, my mare was tired and the fence line I was riding stretched forever. My mind drifted off and back to Carmela, in her heart of black and the things that she'd said to me yesterday. So when the boss sent me out checking fences, I was glad, 'cause I knew that it meant that I could spend some time out all alone. I wiped the sweat that stung my eyes, looked up and I realized that I was coming up on the south windmill. The concrete tank stood there beside the water trough that it supplied. When the trough was full, the mill could keep on pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. So we drank deep from the shallow trough, and wetting my hair gave me the thought that a swim in that big tank might cool me down. So I shucked my duds and hung them on the fence, climbed the wires to reach the rim, pulled myself on up and jumped right in. The water was cool down underneath, but deeper than I thought it'd be. There was no ladder and the walls were slick with moss. Sure enough, I got cooled down when I found I had no way out, and the thought of a rat in the feet then chilled my blood. Well, at first I laughed at the fix I was in, then my troubles all sank in. Without some help, I was there to stay. I screamed and clawed to no avail, till dignity and voice had failed. I wore my fingers down on those damn walls, and I marked the time with the windmill shade passing across my mossy grave, and the cows coming to water twice a day. Lightning strike or rattlesnake or barroom fight would do me in, not some Mexican rose. The fact is I was hot and dumb, struck stupid by the sun and love. So on the one hand, I guess she played her part. Through all that time I cussed her lots, but I cussed myself the most because I had not looked before I'd left. Now overhead an eagle soars, and I smell rain coming from the north. I wonder if she'll even shed one tear, just one tear, over me, just one tear, over me.
Let's have a hand for that young cowboy and wish him better luck next time, and hope we'll see him up in Fargo or somewhere farther down the line. Well, this time he sure drew a bad one that nobody could ride. But by the way he pulled his hat on, he'd be there for the fight. And it's the classic contradiction, the unavoidable affliction. Well, it don't take much to predict, son, the way it always goes. 'Cause one day she says she loves you, and the next she'll be tired of you. But she'll always come to shove you on that midnight rodeo. He almost made it to the buzzer. Somehow he gave up in the end. They put one hand around the other, and let that pickup man on in. And it was his last chance to ride it, and now he'll have to move along. But he knows back in his mind he won't be away for long. And it's the classic contradiction, it's the unavoidable affliction. Well, it don't take much to predict, son, the way it always goes. Because one day she'll say she loves you, and the next she'll be tired of you, and push will always come to shove you on that midnight rodeo. So let's have a hand for that young cowboy and wish him better luck next time, and hope we'll see him up in Fargo or somewhere farther down